Hey, what's up? Welcome to the Nerd Crate. In case you're wondering what's that about, on Thursday a good friend of mine died by a heart attack. We all called him New York Mike. He never wanted to have his real name known, so I'm respecting that. Like the nights are weird currently either way. Roughly can't sleep. From Friday to Saturday, I could sleep. That was a bad timing because people hold a little bit of a virtual wake, and during that night, my body decided to sleep through the alert. So yeah, thanks for that. Anyway, I got up Friday morning, turned my smartphone on as always, and I got the alerts coming in, you know. And from the realm of collectors, we're in a group chat. And there are these messages flying in. Yeah, he was such a cool dude, man, what the hell. And I'm scrolling up and I'm seeing a friend, Eric Burgess from the Nerds Have Spoken podcast, saying that Mike has passed Thursday morning from a heart attack. He didn't get up. So that was rough. That was rough. Friday was a rough day. I was sitting in front of my PC trying to work, but yeah, a lot of crying was involved there, and the group was shook. The group was really shook. People were big friends with him. This guy was super happy. Always had an advice for problems, you know, always funny. Mike Kincaid said it best. I can't remember a moment without a smile on Mike's face. And that's true. I got to know him during 2018's TFCon. We were in the Caddy Shacks, and he was there, and I believe it was around the time when Bobby Skullface arrived also, and where I had my first talk with him, and we were walking over to the little outlet mall and to the bowling area and everything, and my buddy Dave, Energon Addict Cologne, said to me, "Oh, you don't know Mike? Man, New York Mike's everywhere, on the Toy-Con NJ and everywhere." And that's where I got to talk with him, and all of a sudden I hung out with him most besides Sam Thompson. And yeah, we were talking about Zeta's Chronos. We were crawling. I like to tell the story because it was hilarious. We were really crawling around the shelf where Zeta Chronos was done, finished prototype in color and everything, and we were crawling around that, like analyzing how the parts forming would work on that. And you know, long story short, we had a great weekend. I had a lot of talks with him, a lot of laughs with him, and I hope to see him again next year, but sadly that's cut short. So I will miss that guy. He was cool on the hangouts, on the Saturday meetups. We talked not as much as I hoped we would do, liked, but on the good side, he's a guy in the real life. You know, he doesn't like to spend as much time on Facebook as many other people. He just lives in the real, and that's what he used the hangouts for, to have as much real contact as there might be as possible. And so yeah, I will miss that guy. See you on the other side, Mike. So welcome back, guys. I know this happened on a little bit of a somber mood, but what should I do? Let's try and keep it up. It's only upwards from here. If we're lucky, we see each other again one day, you know? So today, via my man Andy, again alone, but a great one, NewAge Toys Legendary Heroes. Some sprue parts are still in here. F-15 Legendary Heroes, Pathetic Fools, There's No Escape, number 13 Air Commander, Lucifer. there's Starscream in legend scale, and let me tell you, this is one great piece. It's a direct continuation in quality and engineering and everything that was introduced with the other pieces and introduced to me with Hinko. In case you missed that review, you can find it out there. I don't have it anymore. It's now in Dan's collection, is throning on his constructor's shoulder, you know. So yeah, not much I can tell you about that. I think Starscream is a name for us all, so let's just dive into. Box is interesting, a little flimsy to me, but window box, you can see everything. Retro styled art on the front with the pathetic fools on the front. Legendary heroes Schutzstaffel, that's a little weird, like German SS. I can see some sensitive people nowadays getting problems with that. Rotate to the left. A little bit of light turquoise in the background with the jet silhouette and him in jet and robot mode, so that's nice. On the back, one picture, that's cool, of those photo shoots that NewAge Toys likes to do. That's looking spectacular with Megatron and Soundwave on the back. And little cautionary messages. Again, rotate to the left, the stuff from the direct opposite, and on top we have the retro art on the side with everything, and below exactly the same. So it's a light taste, and it's good, it's very good, but like I said, weird for some tastes. I mean, Seekers and all okay, but Schutzstaffel, that's where I'm a little bit, I've got a few stomach aches with that. Anyway, man, that's the first time I got stuff in here and it really fits. Like, I laid it out without seeing the frame. That's good. So yeah, everything you got in the box, and as always, instructions. We got the same way as with Hinko, meaning we had a little bit of retro grid styled stuff in the back here, with a bit of a schematic of Lucifer, and we got the full transformation with everything highlighted red. Those are actually good transformations. It's one perspective, it shows you which arrows go where, or with the arrows where which goes which, and it works. It works very, very well. There's a second sheet also on how to use the space bridge parts, and also on how to clip anything in there. So you have, we will show this in a few bits, the clamp and the two other clamps to combine the different parts, and we have the arm. So fits very, very well, works fine. And since we're here already, let's start with that. We got the space bridge part. Beautiful, beautiful pearlescent, metallic purple. Looks super cool, really, really nice, with a lot of line details. And in case you don't use that, you can also just have all the parts in here, and yeah, it's great. Like, these are for connecting the other, they are really packed in hard. I didn't unpack them because this is how you get them out of the box. There we go. So you pack them in here, and the other side comes in here, so that works fine. And the other part, I suppose, too. For the playability feature, you just unpack this arm and you plug this wherever you see fit. Like, you can have it like this, and it's lying down, and you can take Starscream, have the pack hole in here, pack it there, and then you have a flight stand for the guy. So depending on the angle, how you put him, it works fairly well. You can also lie it down. That's of course the most stablest, but for the illusion of the space bridge from this angle, you know, and he's like trying to defend it, and it would, it's unstable when you have the angle wrong, like you see it. But he wants to defend it, flies over it, that works best. And also on this clamp, next up we got some nice blast effects that are crumbs, I don't know, looking fine. These are clear, like 100% clear from the back, and then they go to a purple tip, which are nice. And these ones are the other way around, meaning the blue tint starts from the pack and goes to all clear on the front. They pack in like you see it. Ow! Blue on the back. Be mindful, those are super spiky. And you gotta do that times 2. Ouch. And to make kind of a traversing effort over from this and these blast effects to the other blast effects and how they're attached, and we get to the weapons. We have his null rays here, which are just white or beige plastic with enough line details, and those are fairly nice. Those are fairly nice, look exactly like you think they should, and they also pack in like they should. Just below here, one left, one right. And coming back to the blast effects, you just put him over here, 1, 2, and then you have a fully equipped Starscream with the wings out, looking nicely, mid-flight, guns ablaze. Nice. And because this shows best, here you see that you can have all the parts also in robot mode. No rays on the arms, blaster parts here, jet parts here, and I tried the clamp thing. And I don't think that's a good hold. So if you want to use the flight stand also for Starscream, I think this is the best option. We also got these collapsed no rays or rockets, or I don't know, same beige plastic, few line details, not much to it, but essentially that's the thing because Masterpiece ones have them too, and they attach the same way, so I'm not showing that. Next we got the small Megatron gun, and it does exactly that. It's a small Megatron gun. I mean, this is not painted. I think this is a tad lazy, but I'm not caring much for that, so this is not directly flowing into the rating. Black on the silencer, black on the scope, silver on the main body, and you can kind of pack it in, but I only really found like this option, like you can cram it in there, and this is actually fairly safe. Like I don't see anything else. Maybe, no, in the hand it doesn't fit either. So yeah, I would say this is what they want. You cram those together and then it's that. It's not depicted in the instructions. Last one, and this is how you do business on legend scale figures. We got 4 exchangeable hands, aka a pair of 2 each. Blue plastic. And we got a bit of sculpted joints on the fingers, and the fingers are sculpted nicely. So yeah, for this scale, I think this is amazing and features a lot of detail, a little bit hollow in here, but otherwise, like you see here, like even the joints and everything, exceptional. And exchanges as easy as you should think. Off, on. And then we got good old Screamer, and those that know me know that he is not a too much of a favorite character of me, but this one is spectacularly done. We have red color on here, gray? Oh yeah, darker gray color on here, white and red stripe on here, red on here, we got gold on here. This doesn't open up, but it doesn't need to. The cool part is this gold is painted that well that it looks as if it is translucent, but it is not. Like only for you that you see that. I think the paint job is super cool. Very, very nice. While transforming him back, I forgot to plug his feet in. And from below, this is what he looks like. We see a few bits of robot, like you can squint and then it's okay, but we see the legs here, we see the hip here, we see the head here, we see the hands here. And there's a bit of a compromise here because that was actually needed, I believe, oh yeah, I forgot that. Those pack in on the side. So that's looking much better now. You can't have it all. And yeah, that's him from below, and I think it's looking spectacular, like really does. Great jet, like even with landing gear. The lines do absolutely blur between Legend and Masterpiece. It's ridiculous what is happening. Super cool. From the back also with the thrusters, those are die cast. The little feet pieces here also those are pinned. Just amazing. Really, I was really surprised with this guy. But okay, let's get this guy transformed. Get the no rays out, close this up. Arms are packed together in the middle. Just get your finger in here and try and pry them apart the best you can, and then rotate them outward on their elbow hinge. Rotate On the shoulder, so you have the position. Rotate this down. Same on the other side. This part is interesting, so bear with me. Rotate down, rotate up, rotate over, rotate all of this, rotate over again, and that's how you have to do it. On the nose cone, get your fingers in here, rotate these outward and the arms also outward, so you form the front of Starscream. Split the nose cone, split the main part of the nose cone down on this double hinge, and you take all this and you do your best to rotate it in. So these two pegs, I hope you see that, there. These two pegs go in holes in between there. You don't need to stress it. It goes in there on their own. Remember the side pieces, unpack them, split the wings, split the back. Split the wings as far as I can, rotate all of this up, pack it in. If you haven't, do it better than me, rotate the arms to the front. Bring the landing gear in, split the legs. The legs are what Dan would call a masterpiece moment. Open up this panel, unpack here, rotate around. And now you have to rock this panel in and around, while also keeping the wing inside and in this position, so you end up with a sleek leg. Fold in once, fold in twice, so the wing fills out this gap. If this wasn't already collapsed, collapse it down, bring the wing down, close the panel up so the pack goes in here. Let's do that again because it's fucking fun. It really is. Open up, bring around, collapse inside, rock around, keeping the position of the wing, fold once, twice, bring in, collapse, bring down, close up. Cleaning up as a final, bring both feet down, be mindful of those tolerances, those are tight, but they work, and pack these back in to have a closed off backpack. And here we got Starscream. And did you check out the transformation? Did you check out the transformation? I hope you did, because that is fun. And it is intuitive. And it brings you this Starscream. This is amazing. And fun. I tend to repeat myself, but it just is. Beautiful Starscream. Great proportions. Gray on the head, red in the eyes. Try to get it a bit more. Gray on the head, metallic red in the eyes, gray on the rest of the face. That's looking great. Very, very nice. The little plate can get a little crooked. But anyway, oh, there's one more. You can collapse these forward. Then we got the metallic orange on the metallic orange on the canopy, black or gray on the inside of those turbines here, also on the vents, red here on the hip skirts, blue comes through nicely, red and white comes through nicely, and we got the legs, a little bit of vent detail in here, maybe you see that even, yeah, now you see it, and the blue here comes through nicely, blue on the feet, and the back is fairly clean, I gotta say. Few tolerances are a little bit weird, like they are really a little bit wibbly wobbly, but once he's standing, he's standing stable. You need to find the tolerances, but it's working. Anyway, like I said, beautiful. Articulation. The head is very limited. That's where I put him 2 points off, because this is very bad. He only has a little bit, this is almost only a tolerance wiggle, like there's not really much. You can rotate him left and right, but up and down not so much. But what we have an ab crunch. I mean, on this position, but it's still an ab crunch. The arms would go all around if it weren't for the wings. That's nice on ball joints. Due to ball joints, it also gives you the slightest bit of a butterfly simulation, kind of. Elbows, single jointed, 90 degrees. If you part this or count this part in, then you can have kind of full range-ish. So there's that. Also, swivel on the hand because exchangeable hands, so that's fine. Waist swivel, limited to roughly, I would say, 30 to 45 degrees, more than you need. Hip skirts come out, yeah, nice. Front split, side split, so that's fine. I think that's very, very fine and very, very fair. Thigh swivel, build around the ball joint, and also an additional at the cut. That's fine, very fine. Single jointed? Yeah, single jointed knee gives you 90 degrees. That's a little bit like a ballerina. Anyway, so that's fine. No rotation on the foot or anything. Also not really a toe tip, but you get an exhale rocker. And you can use that tolerance maybe as a, like this articulation bit for the transformation, maybe as a toe tilt. But yeah, I think this works splendid, absolutely does. Beautiful, really, really, really beautiful. And I want to get one piece. You will get an update review on that. I will get the Nova Storm, their Hodor, not Hodor, Hodor, I don't know what Hodor is, but we will find it out. We will find it out. But yeah, fact, Starscream comes down to 50 grams on the button, and from turbines, let's take my caliper again because it's stiff, excuse me, from the foot up to the top of his turbines here, we got around a bit less. We got 10.5 centimeters. So I fiddled with them quite a bit, and for some articulation shit, if you want to have like coronation style, I'm not throwing out all the hands now. If they would give him a coronation set, this would look rather glorious. The thing is, he's a little back heavy, but you can have him like this. I don't know about running. I don't try running on this guy. So let's just do that together. Get that out of the way a little bit. That to the front, that to the front, that to the back. And then again a little bit of working those tolerances. Yeah, kind of. I think we let it slide. And also, pose I got my Masterpiece Starscream in is him actually, you know, having the thrusters like backwards, like what you see in my thumbnail, you know, and then he's like doing this backward thrusting. So that's working quite well too. You can do some stuff with him with a flight stand, and if you got one that has a few better tolerances like you've seen before, I think this guy is cool and do some damage articulation wise. I really think so. So as always, let's have this dude straightened out. And you know, I don't collect these kinds of legends, so the only legend I can show is Iron Factory. So here we got Chaos Raven, newly released, soon on my channel. So yeah, those don't scale pretty well with each other, but kind of a cool look, kind of. Anyway, so you see that those won't scale with anything. Transformations Carnage, standard cardboard size, in Masterpiece scale that is. And to fully blow it out of proportion and smash all of your hopes to scale it with anything that you might have. Generation Toys Tyrant. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, that was him. Age Toys Lucifer, aka Legends Scale Starscream. Is he good? It's all tacky, it's so warm in here. Yeah, he's good. That may be the best figure I had on my channel yet. Like, you know, there are only slight pieces. Everything else as a 10, you saw that. Everything is great. Materials, paint, engineering, articulation, play factor, price is also not that bad. Even if you say you want to collect the Space Bridge pieces, there's nothing I can tell you that is really bad. The only two things where I got some points off was with the packaging, because it's flimsy, very prone to damage. If you like to have your collections pristine with the figures and the packaging, this could be a problem. And the Schutzstaffel is maybe, I don't know, you know? So there's that, and the articulation, because there is a great deal of articulation, but that the head can do pretty much anything besides left and right. That is bad. Otherwise, this guy is superb. And this is a sure danger still of a rabbit hole. Like, I'm still thinking that I might get the Hinkle back. I only got it for a review, but I'm still, you know, I'm a little bit aching still after that guy, because he was fun. And there's also this, what is it? I think an exchangeable hip? Exchangeable hip. So this doesn't look too weird. I'm sorry guys, here, cat hair with the warmth and the tackiness, it's ridiculous. It really is. It's super, excuse me. It's super warm over here. It's super warm over here. I believe Fahrenheit wise, we're well over the 100. So yeah. To that guy, let's see what the cat says. Lily Mouse, what'd you think of that dude? Hmm? Oh, you like him. Change the space a little. I think this is where she got some air, actually. Okay, she was in the mood. I have her on the outside currently. There's a little bit more. You know, there's a little bit more air. She likes that, and I'm happy that she likes him. That's a call of taste. I would say that's a call of taste. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you are in good health wherever you are. I hope the warmth is not killing you, same as me, and you enjoyed your weekend. And otherwise, I can only say, yeah, appreciate you tuning in, and see you next time. Be good, be well. Bye-bye.